Hi everyone, and welcome to day one of World Assembly from Bella Bella in South Africa. And thank you so much for joining us for the first ever daily highlights. We are going to be here every day talking to staff and students at World Assembly so that you and people all over the world can get a bit of a flavour of what's happening at this amazing conference this week. My name is Mary and I'm delighted to be joined today by three guests: Timotei from Switzerland, Beatrice from Portugal and Joshua from Singapore. Thanks for coming, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Joshua, you've actually been here for a few days already, so tell us a bit about what's been happening.
Well, so for the past 2 days, students have been gathered and we've been doing some sharing about the different student movements, and it was really great to see how the Lord has been moving and doing His work in the different areas of the world. And this also gave us an opportunity to start friendships before the actual event actually begins.
Amazing. What's been a particular highlight for you so far?
I think there has been many, but I must say it was a rare opportunity for us to meet and have a dialogue with the General Secretary, Daniel, and to really see what his perspective on the global movement really was. And I loved it how he used the millipede as a wonderful analogy on how the different movements are like parts of a millipede, the legs of the millipede, and we are working together in unity in Christ to move the millipede, the movement, in one direction. And I think it was wonderful that analogy really encompassed what a global movement really was.
Yeah, it's a great picture, isn't it?
Yes, definitely.
Thank you. Thanks, Joshua. Beatrice, what are you most looking forward to about the week ahead?
Okay, so I'm a very talkative person, so I'm really looking forward to talk to as many people as I can, hear about their stories, about their movement, about their Jesus stories and everything, and of course to be in fellowship with so many other Christians will be like a little taste of heaven.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
One of the best things about World Assembly is that we get to talk to people from all over the world and find out about student ministry in their context. So tell us a little bit about what it's like to be a Christian student in Portugal.
Okay, so Portuguese is as a background as a Roman Catholic country, so it's quite fairly easy to say that you're a Christian. But due to secularism, and I think this is not strictly just to Portugal, but people are not very interested in anything related to religion. So you might tell them that you're a Christian and everything, but they'll be like, okay, that's good for you, but I don't really want to know, don't tell me about Jesus. So we have that hinder to our work.
I see. So it must be a real encouragement in such a challenging context to have Christians around you. What do you most love about being part of your IFES movement?
Well, actually, it was like a childhood dream to be part of an IFES movement because my parents became Christians at university, so I was really looking forward to it. And it's been a huge blessing to be with other young students that are Christian. You know, they go through the same struggles, but we all have the hope in Jesus, and we can study the Bible together and pray together. And we are all just so passionate about the gospel and sharing it with others. So
that's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Timotei, let's come to you. Now, it's not your first time at World Assembly, is it? How many others have you been to?
I've been to 3 in total.
3, goodness. Where have they been?
So the first one was in Krakow in 2011,
Okay.
the second in Mexico in 2015, and here we are in South Africa 2019, which gives you an idea of my bad carbon footprint.
What are you most looking forward to about this World Assembly?
I think it's been said already, World Assemblies are a bit of a foretaste of heaven, seeing all those nations coming. But it's also a great time to not only meet people, but discuss, hear their stories. And we live in a troubled world, and having people share the stories of how God inspires them to be faithful witnesses, engaging the culture, their universities for Christ. I think this is a powerful moment to share and to be inspired and to inspire others.
Absolutely. What else is coming up this week in terms of the programme?
So the program, we are very excited about the Bible talks on Luke and Acts to see how the early church managed to navigate the troubled times they were living in and how to be faithful in that. And there are the seminars as well. So the seminars are a big part of World Assembly, managing to have people talking about as varied subjects as international student ministry, how to engage social media, do mission in that kind of times, and as well as
Lots more. It's going to be a busy week for all of us, isn't it? And what else are you doing at World Assembly?
I'm actually also part of a team of interpreters, so we try to manage to make all the talks available to other people, aussi pour que les francophones puissent entendre les talks en français. So it's actually great to be part of those people.
Great. Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us. That's all we've got time for today. We're now off to go to the opening ceremony of World Assembly 2019. You can catch all of the main talks at the sessions from tomorrow onwards by going to the website ifesworld.org, so make sure you look out for that. We'll be back tomorrow meeting more students and staff, but until then, thank you to my wonderful guests for joining us.
Thank you.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.